Hey everybody, how's it going? Today I'm here with Larry Ragland.
How's it going, Rick?
Yeah, not too bad, not too bad. We got a little update for you for Attrition. We've been working on it.
Yeah, for a while now.
For a while now. I've been working on it.
Yeah, you've been working. My part is done, so to speak, but yeah.
Yeah, so without further ado, we'll give you a short clip.
You know, besides the sneak peek, we figured we'd answer a few questions about the film. And I guess the first one is, what is the biggest challenge or difficulty in creating a short film like Attrition?
Casting.
Casting?
I'd say, yeah. The writing is not so much a problem, but I guess the casting. You know,
Like just
finding the right people.
Get the right people.
Yeah, so it's, as believable as you can make it, I guess.
But how do you know when you have the right person as a director? How do you know that?
After you do some kind of a test with them, most of the time, most of the time. Sometimes I'll know right off the bat, hey, they'll be good on camera, Other times, it doesn't go that way, So a lot of times you do some tape tests, have them read some lines or whatever.
Now, you know a lot of stuff. You know how to do a lot of different things. I mean, you don't just do film. You have an extensive background. So which skill set from your past experiences and jobs or whatnot, did you rely on most in making Attrition?
Communication skills. No. Communication skills.
Communication skills.
Yeah.
Is that communicating with the actors or the talent or just everybody that's okay?
Everyone. Sometimes I assume that people know things and they don't know them. So sometimes you got to take the time to explain them. Just don't assume.
Is that a time-consuming process to do that?
It can be.
It can be, depending on the individuals that you're dealing with, right?
Yeah. Some pick it up pretty good, and others take a little coaching. So. It's just the way it goes.
When did you get the idea to film Attrition?
When we were doing Killing Time.
KT. Which is another great film, Chucker film that you need to check out, Killing Time.
Thank you.
Different project. Very different project from this.
Yeah, that's more of a thriller, suspense, kind of action piece. There's really no visual effects in it too much, as far as special effects, or whatever you want to call them.
I guess that would lead me to my next question then. So how long from concept to production did it take to do Attrition? Because unlike Killing Time, you have a lot of effects in Attrition. So, like, how long of a time span?
From when I thought of it till we started filming, probably about a year, I guess.
Because there's a lot of preparation. I think a lot of people don't understand how much preparation goes into making a short film or a film in general. Even before you start filming, you have costumes and sets and all that kind of stuff that you have to do.
Yeah, but Attrition was pretty light on the costumes. The only costume we really worked on was yours. Figuring out what David was gonna wear. Other than that, it was fairly simple. Everybody just whatever they had on that day. That's how we shot it. Low budget. So
guerrilla style. Guerrilla style and low budget. Yeah. So what's next after Attrition, or have you even thought that far ahead?
Probably try to finish up Resurrection.
Resurrection.
Yeah, since the movie's been complete, minus special effects. So that's what I'll be working on.
Okay.
Back into res. See if I can't finally finish it. That's pretty much it right now. As far as my I have a couple other films that I'd like to film, but I'd like to get res done.
Get res done
before I kind of move on to something else.
Have you started writing anything else, or
Desolation?
Desolation.
Little zombie movie.
There you go.
If you want to call it that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and that'll be after res is finished, though.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, I got enough work to do, let alone finishing res. You know,
Yeah.
it's hard to juggle life and work and family, everything else, and still have time to come back and work on that.
Now, how do you do that? Because another thing you don't understand is not only does Rick direct, produce, he gets behind the camera, he films it, he does the special effects, he does the sound effects, he pretty much does it all. I mean, he has help. You have like Donato's there and a couple other individuals, but by
he'll
and
help me
large,
with the sequence every now and then.
Yeah.
Mostly Donato's skill set is keeping my stuff running.
yeah,
The tower, the programs, whatever the case may be. Yeah, keep that stuff running. He's the guy that's behind the scenes that you don't ever see, but he's vitally important. Without Donato, I probably couldn't do what I do, because he gets all the programs for me. Takes care of the system, all that
that stuff,
you know.
right?
I just use the programs. I don't build the systems or nothing. I let him do all that.
Yeah.
He likes doing that part of it. And then off I'm running. That's how we go.
All right, I guess with that, we will go into another clip.
You want to see another clip?
We'll show you one more clip, just one. We don't want to spoil it
He's
all.
stingy.
Yeah, we don't want to ruin it for you all. So here's one more clip of Attrition.
Where did you leave off?
We were talking about ADR. So what exactly is ADR for the folks out there?
Additional dialogue recording.
Okay. Does that encompass special effects, sound effects, or is that just voice
Well,
stuff?
the Foley, I recorded all. Well, you helped me record some of the Foley, right?
Mm-hmm.
Alex Kakuza helped me record some of the Foley. Alex also helped me build the sound booth that we'll be using from now on.
For all the ADR that we do.
Yeah, even the voice, even voiceover stuff we do for commercials or corporate stuff, because we do a lot of that type of videos.
Now, I've watched Rick on the computer do both audio and video, and it's amazing when you see how many audio files that there are that go under the layers.
Yeah, you'll have that
that
one
go
video
on,
layer,
yeah.
and then you'll have almost an infinite amount of sound, but
Yeah.
a lot of times 8, 10, 12 tracks of sound, because it's layered. You got to layer it.
What about is it the same for audio? I mean, for video? Do you have as many layers, or is that more depending on how many effects you have on the
Well,
shot?
yeah, it all depends. That all depends on if you're doing like a dissolve, or something like that. But most of the time, you've got one layer of video, particularly in your final track, because all the effects will be done. So everything will be composited into one layer pretty much. So you'll still have just your main video layer, and then all the audio goes
All the
under
audio
it.
goes under it.
And then once that's actually all rendered out, it's just the audio and the video file, and that's it. It's all condensed right down and compacted into one, pretty much. But I would like to say thanks to Dana Fitzgerald for being the script supervisor.
Yep.
Donato Kakuza for being my right-hand man, taking care of most of everything else that I didn't have time to. Jeff Groska, his participation, right?
Yep.
He's always good at what he does. And
Alex.
Alex was on camera for the first time and didn't like it too much. He was
A little camera shy.
yeah, he's a little nervous, but we made it work.
Yeah.
He got comfortable enough. We made it work and everything. David Ewing, he was in Killing Time, now in Attrition. He came all the way.
That's
down.
his second project with you, right?
Yeah,
Attrition, yeah,
but
second.
in Killing Time, he had the lead,
Right.
and now with Attrition, he's just a bit player, and you got the lead. I didn't feel like being on the camera. I prefer to be behind it. Whether it's directing or shooting.
You only
Preferably
fill those
both.
slots if you have to. That's the only time you really like to be on camera.
Yeah,
when you have
if we need somebody that I can fit that particular role, and we can't find somebody, well then I'll go ahead and try it or do it or whatever. But I don't mind acting. I just don't like to act, direct, and shoot at the same time.
Yeah.
If I'm going to act, I'd rather just act.
Right.
Let somebody else do that. But most of the time, like I said, I like to be, behind the camera.
Is the acting as difficult as directing and producing and doing all the other stuff?
It definitely can be.
Can be.
Yeah, it's a challenge all on its own.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Because it's not like you just go out there and then you film it. I mean, there's a lot of things that you have to keep in consideration. Between each take, you have to make sure that all your clothes, everything is set just right. You have to make sure that you're moving at a speed that the camera can keep up with. All in, trying to keep that illusion going.
Yeah, because sometimes you can move too fast or too slow.
Too slow.
Or, yeah.
And that was definitely difficult for me. That was by far the hardest thing for me to do, was get used to that, not moving in real time. Taking into consideration that this is being filmed. Slowing yourself down or speeding yourself up. Because I'm naturally a twitchy kind of person. I move around a lot.
Yeah, you move around
I'm pretty animated. So I had this guy yelling at me to make sure that
stand still.
Stand still, yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like the shot when I was trying to focus in on the truck and you're in the foreground, the truck's in the background. You really didn't understand what I was trying to get until you actually see it later on tape.
Yeah, I don't know how many times we tried to get that.
That's what you were trying to. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. Yeah,
absolutely.
Some things are difficult, some things are difficult. But I think the most difficult thing is when you got to remove your crew from the shot. Like when Dana.
Yeah, Dana and David.
Yeah.
Reflections in bumpers
on the truck. So you try to keep all your crew behind the camera and just keep the talent in front of the camera.
Right. Was there anything else you want to tell the folks about Attrition or about Choker Films?
Watch it.
Yeah, make sure you
come
watch
to your house and hunt you down.
He will too. I'll drive.
You wouldn't even see me coming. Yeah. I used to sneak up guys on work all the time. They used to get so mad at me. Rick, what are you doing? Well, that's what I do.
He rolls up on people. It's fun.
Sneaky guy.
All right, folks. Well, thank you for joining us in this behind-the-scenes look at Attrition. It's coming soon, so stay tuned to Choker
To a
Films.
YouTube near you.
Yeah, to a YouTube near you.
We can't afford the theaters. So,
yeah.
Hey.
Now we can't. Well, we will one day. But keep your eyes peeled and ears open for more information on Attrition and other projects coming from Choker Films. This is Larry Ragland, Rick Johnson, signing off. Peace.
See you later, guys.
I think that'll work.
That was well, right? Cool deal.
Good stuff.